So, in this session, we are going to see how to write codes on Microbit using the Microsoft Make Code language. So, this session will be on how to write programs using this Make Code language. So, first of all, I will just advise you to go to this website makecode.microbit.org. Once you open it, you will see this kind of a web page. On this web page, you can first of all log in using your Google account, or maybe you can create your own account. So after you log in, what will you can see is this web page will be again there, but of course with your login ID details. The important part is that uh, we can create new projects using this tab. Okay, so let us start. First of all, the first very step is to create one project. So I will just I will just click on this box. This window will pop up. So now you can give your project a name. So let us say test number one. Okay, let me create a project which is test number one, and I will push this button create. Okay, so once I click on the button new project, I will get this kind of a web page. So on my left hand side, there is a microbit, which is a simulator which is running on this web page. Okay. On the middle are some of the buttons which we are going to use for programming. On the extreme right, that is this area, is the place wherein we are going to write our codes. Okay. So as informed earlier, this make code by Microsoft is based on the block level programming. So I will have some kind of this kind of a block wherein I can put some of the codes here. Okay. So I can place the block anywhere in this sheet. Okay. Lot of blocks I can put up which I can use for programming. Again, you can see that now the block mode is clicked on. If somebody is interested to know about how to program with JavaScript, you can click on this block, and this on this right hand side you can see is that the Java code will now appear for whatever blocks you choose from this middle area. Okay. So first of all, let us try to program this with the blocks, because blocks are quite simpler. Even even a person maybe ranging from say a teen can use it to program various kind of programming languages. Okay, so we'll begin with the basic idea of the various kinds of buttons which are available here, which you can use to program our microbit. So the very first button is basic. So I'll click on this button basic, and this will open a stream of inputs before me. So you can see that it has input called show number, show LEDs, show icons, show strings. Okay. So many of this kind of inputs are there. So let us take one number, or this first of all one input from basic. I will take this number, and what I have to do is just drag it to my code. So the number will come here. Okay. Now you can see that what this microbit should do on start. So suppose I say display number 0 on start. So once I place this show number here, as soon as the microbit is started, you can see a 0 is appearing. Of course, I can type any number which I wish here and can display on my microbit. So now you can see once I input 9, the number 9 is coming. So this input tells Microbit that what it has to do once it's reboot. Okay. So if I go to simulator window, you can see here that I can stop this simulator anytime by pressing this square button. So once I stop the button, you can see that everything has become grayed out. That is, now the simulator is not working, and you can see this green arrow which is highlighted now. This means that it's similar to like a play button. This means that if I again press this button, the simulator will run, and whatever code which you have written here will start appearing on the simulator. Perfect. Okay. So let us now begin with some more inputs. Okay, I can program this on a real-time basis because I'm using a simulator. If I'm using a real microbit, what I have to do is to download this code into my microbit by using this button at the bottom of my screen, which shows download. That is also we are going to see later in our lecture series. Now let us begin with some more inputs. So suppose I want to show the LEDs and I want to program the LEDs by myself. I put this LEDs in this block and I say that, okay, after this program has started, you flash this LEDs like this. So let us see. Once I start the simulator, you can see that after the number 9, whatever pattern of LEDs I have given are highlighted in this microbit. If I change the pattern here, the same thing is going to appear in the microbit once it's reboot. So this is how we can simply program the microbit. That is so very simple. Again, let us take some icon. It can also be used to program some icon if I want to program, and the microbit will show those icons, whatever we selected here. So what we can do is, it's very simple. We can select a list of icons from here. So whatever icons I select, it is going to appear over here. Okay. So you can see that now it is started flashing because the program is going to first run this code, which is written first here, that is the square in the middle. Then the second one is outer square. So it appears like this is flashing. Okay. So this is how you can create so many flashing lights or maybe lots of hundreds of codes by using this very simple device called as a microbit. There are more others to you can feel about. You can also program some kind of a strings means you can just say some numbers. Okay, like it is like here it is written hello. I can even write hi to make it simple. And once I start the microbit, you can see that, so you can see this hi is coming, then this square and outer block is coming. So this is where we can also display the strings, the numbers, the LEDs or some images also can be done in this basic block. And once you are through, maybe you can clear the screen also after your every input. So if I put this input here, clear screen, so you expect that the screen becomes clear and again this input start running. Okay, so you can see that now this is coming, and but this is so very fast that you cannot see the blank screen with your eyes. So what we can do is that we can now reduce some kind of a delay. So this is saying that pause microbit for so many milliseconds. So let us convert this to seconds. Maybe we can see properly what is happening. So now this is for 2000 millisecond. That means 2 seconds. So once the microbit is on, you can see that nothing is there for 2 seconds, and then again the things start appearing. Even I can change it for 5 seconds, and once I do it and the microbit reboots, now you can see is that uh, after 5 seconds, still 5 seconds, nothing is coming on the microbit. Then again, the codes start repeating, starting from this block, then this, and then again pause. Okay. So this way you can use this pause maybe in the starting of the program, maybe in the start, depending upon if there's some error. Of course, the program will show it here. So now let us see what is happening with the JavaScript. Now I have written this code. So if I click on JavaScript, you can see that the JavaScript is already written from my blocks. So this is my Java program. So those who are aware with the Java ones or the Java programmings, or those who want to learn about JavaScript, you can just write the programs in block level and see what is happening in the script level. Okay. This way also you can run, or you can learn about the JavaScript also. So I will leave this all as an exercise to you all guys so that you can learn about scripting also. Okay. So now let us move further. Okay, we have some now moving to the second row. We have input block. So input block says that you can see that on button A pressed, on shaking or some pin pressed, or some logo pressed or some sound level, Microbit is going to perform some action. So very simple. Let me take on button A pressed. So if I keep this button here, it says on button A pressed. I can even select from the drop down list button B or button A plus B also. So let us see what will happen when I press the button A. So let us say that if somebody presses this button A, Microbit has two buttons A and B. Suppose I press this button A, then something should appear on my screen. So let us say that if somebody presses a button A, I show an arrow which is pointing to a direction. Maybe it can go to north, northeast, east, or I say it should point to an arrow called as a north. So let us run this code now. Let us start the microbit. I am going to start the microbit. It is started now. My code is running, and now there's a delay of 5 seconds. It is pause. Okay. So now if somebody comes and presses button A, so you can see that there's one arrow which coming, which is showing the arrow north. Okay. So this is how you can do. If I press the button B, then nothing is going to happen because I have not written any code for button B. But if I press a button A, then as soon as I press a button A, then this arrow is going to appear in my microbit. Okay, so this is also a lot of input button you can practice. You can also take a button called as a shake. So you can say that what is going to happen um, when you are going to press this, when you are going to shake the microbit. Okay, so you can see that now when I am hovering my pointer over here, the microbit is kind of a shaking. Okay, because this is a simulator, but in actual case, you have to shake the microbit itself. Okay, so what will happen when I shake the microbit? Let us go to the some string or something here. Let us say that when I shake, it shows me some string or some letter, or maybe a letter S, which shows that the microbit is shaking. Okay, so now let us shake my microbit. If I press a button, you can see the S is appearing. Shake the microbit, S is coming. Shake the microbit, S is coming. Okay, so very simple. Again, we can go to some other buttons also. uh, we can go to a button called as a music. So let me open a program which I have already written for this music one. I will go to home, and I will select one earlier program which I have made for say, this is for the function. Let me go to one more. I think this is using test button, and this is also for some LEDs. Okay, let me go to test one. This is our own program. Our own program is named test one, and using sensors is one of the program. Okay, so I have one program which I made for using a button with music. Okay, so already it is playing now. So let us see what I have done is now you can actually comprehend what has been done. So what I have done is that on shake, it is going to play some tone. So where I've got this button, I've got this button from this music, and I have just taken this play some melodies. So this is what I've kept it here. Okay, so on pin 0 press, this is going to do this, and every 515 uh, every 15 seconds, I'm going to play some frequency. Okay, so how do I get to all these blocks? Okay, so maybe what I will suggest is that let us build one very simple program using this one. I will delete this one. Delete. Okay. Let me. You can see so many option. Let me. Okay. Let me one. Oh, let me keep this all buttons. Very simple now. So you can see that if I shake this microbit, what will happen is that it is now grayed out. I think it is not working. The simulator is not working right now. Let us Let us again restart it. Yes, I have restarted it now. So let us now shake this microphone. Can you hear some sound? This is a sound which is played from this tab, which is coming from the button called as a music. Play tone, and you can select the tone what I want to play. I can select one piano will open up when I want to open the tone. So these are so many tone like this one is F, G, this is middle C, this is middle G hash. And so you can learn music also. That is my advice. Those who want to learn about music, about various notes, you can very well practice and make your own tones by using this very simple app in Microbit. Okay, for how many bits you, for how many beats you want to play this, you can select it from here. So, and this is until done. That is, this will play for the time this microbit has shaked. So it will play until that time. Okay. On pin P0 press. So you know this is P0, this is P1, P2, P3, and this is ground pin. In real case, what this simulator is showing is that you have to connect your speaker in this pattern. One lead should go here, other lead should go here. This is how you can connect your speaker to your microbit. Of course, if you're using a version 2.x, then you don't need to have a speaker because speaker is already built on this microbit. So I will prefer that you have the version 2.x so that you can start practicing your tones. Okay, but we'll see in our later lectures how to connect a speaker, how to drive a car. So that is also going, we are going to see in our later lecture, programming with microbit using higher sensors. Okay, let us go ahead on this logo pressed. So of course this logo will work only on microbit version 2.x. It will not support on version which is on the range 1.xx. Okay, so if I press a logo, it is going to play some melody. I can select the list from so many lists. You can of course try what are the different kind of a sound. So let us select some of the sound, and we can see what is happening. So let me say what will happen when I press this logo. Oh, for quite a long time, this sound has played. This has played because I have pressed this logo button. Okay, so this way you can make music with your microbit. Okay, so let us explore some more buttons with LEDs, with radios. So let us go to some program which I've already made. I think this is stored in test. Let me open this test. Yes. So in test, you can see that I've made a program, very simple program, to actually work with this LED tab. Okay. So what I have done is that you can see my code. I've written on start plot x0 and y0. That means you can see that this one is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Again for y direction, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you say plot x00, that means you're going to glow this LED. Okay. Even you can select the brightness from this list from 255 to 0 brightness also. You can make the LED enable to do. If it is false, then no LED will grow here. So you can see that once I make this LED false, you cannot see any LED which is coming here. Then forever means that this code is going to run forever. This code is going to run only on start. So when I say toggle x2 by 2, that means x is 2 and y is 2, 0, 1, 2 and 0, 1, 2. That means this LED is going to toggle. That means it is going to blink. And then you write unplot x0 y0. That means this LED which is 0 by 0 which we are using on my start is going to unplot. The buttons which you want to select will appear in this LED tab. So once I open this, you can see so many buttons which are coming here. You have to just drag it in your code like this, and you can place it anywhere. Okay, if you want to delete the code, just drag it back and this is deleted. Perfect. So let us make the LED enable and see what is happening. So now LED enable is true. So your microbit first 0 cross 0 bit is plotted. After this, when 5 seconds are over, you can see that 2 by 2 is blinking, which is toggling, and unplot means this LED is gone now. So this is how you can make so many simple programs with LED by working this way. Okay, so now let us see about this button, which is called as the radio button. As informed earlier, Microbit also supports Bluetooth. So let me see a program which I have made using a radio. I think this is a program using radio which I have made earlier. Okay, so this is my program which is there, and you can see the simulator has opened up. So what I have written is that on start, first of all, you have to go on this buttons, which is the radio buttons. Once you open the radio buttons, so many tabs and window will open up. Okay, perfect. So what you have to do is that first of all you have to set radio number. This is something like you want that your two stations are tuned to one common channel. So my radio number is 1. You can of course give this any number. You can give it, maybe it goes up to 255. So out of 255 you can select any number here by using this slider. So let me select number 1. I can just type it number 1. So number 1 comes. Then I have to select how much power I want to transmit these signals. So I have tested this in my home. It works very well up to a range of say 200 meters. But if you have to increase the power level, so again power level maximum is 7. So if you keep the 7 power level, then it is going to work till that range, in the range of 100 to 200 meters. But of course, yes, it is going to consume your more battery. Okay, so once you set this radio numbers and transmit power levels, what you can do is that you can select the buttons which is going to work when you press some uh, when you transmit some signals. Okay, so what I have done is that on radio received, okay, on button a pressed, so whenever I am going to press this button, it is going to send a number 0. Okay, and other device also, which is a microbit, which when receive this number, it is going to show a number 0. That means if you send a number 0, I'm going to show a number 0 on my other microbit. And what does this code do in the second line? This says that when I press a button B, okay, then the other microbit is going to show me a string high. Okay, so we have two cases. When I press a button A, the other microbit is going to show a number 0, and when I press a button B, the other microbit is going to show a string high. Okay, so let us start this program and see what is happening. So this program is already running. So let me press a button A. So you can see that when I press a button A, these are two microbits. When I press a button A here, then the other microbit is showing a number 0. Then again it is showing this LED because this code is running forever. Correct? So if I press a button A here, you can see that 0 is appearing here. Let me press a button B here, then high is coming here. If I press a button B here, then high is coming on this microbit. So these two microbit are tuned to station number 1, which I have selected here during start of my program, and they are communicating over Bluetooth. So when I'm pressing in some buttons, I am transmitting numbers, some strings. So in this way, you can do so many projects. You can transmit your own secret codes. You can transmit your secret talks. You can transmit some numbers, or you can do or control some motors. You can control drones, your moving cars. So many projects we can do with this kind of a simple application. Okay. Okay, so that's all in this lecture. I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. Maybe you can practice it out more. In the other lectures, we are going to talk about some more buttons which deals with loops, logics, variables, math functions, and of course some advanced functions also like arrays, games, pins, and serial controls. Okay. Thank you for listening. And of course, I'll be putting up some exercises for you to write some programs or some real life applications also, which you can build on your own. Thank you for watching. Meet you in the next lecture. Bye.